Hello. This is a quick 15-minute summary of the syllabus. I expect you to read the entire syllabus, and a lot of the information that I'm going to go over actually gets talked about in future pages in this orientation module. So this is basically a quick summary. So this is Bio 116, Human Biology. We have synchronous meetings Monday to Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. You need to go through Canvas, which you found if you had this video. And I'm not going to assign anything out of the textbook. We have an online textbook. It's at LibreText. It's Human Biology. There's two ways to email me. This is my primary school email, jpolis@dvc.edu. I try to respond to emails in 24 hours, Monday through Friday, or Monday through Thursday. If you send it Friday afternoon or over the weekend, I will reply Monday morning. I also have student contact hours. These are chances for you to meet with me. There's 4 of them. 2 of them are online. Sunday from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. by Zoom. You have assignments due this at midnight or 11:59 p.m. on Sundays, so I figure this is a good way for you to ask questions. I have a second one Monday morning. Then I also have face-to-face ones at the San Ramon campus in either the anatomy lab or my actual office. So these are hot links to different parts of the syllabus. Yes, the font on those 2 is different. I spent about 2 hours trying to fix it and it didn't work. So, in theory, the PDF will hot link you to different parts if you ever open it or download it and open it. So this is the course description. This is the learning objectives. So if you ever need to prove or provide a course outline or a syllabus, this is what they are looking for, these 2 sections. I go into a lot more detail, a lot more beautifully, in other parts of the orientation. This is an online class. It is solely online. It is a 3-unit class, which means the face-to-face students have 3 hours in the classroom. 2 hours, we have Zoom lectures that are synchronous. If you miss 1 or 2 or have to leave early, I record all of them. But we have Zoom lectures. I will try to draw. I will try to explain things. I'll go into more details than the PowerPoint slides. Now, there's an additional hour. This is made up by discussions and assignments. My guess is that these are going to take you a little bit more than 1 hour to complete. So think of the additional work as homework. A typical 3-unit class meets 3 hours a week, then has 6 to 9 hours for studying or completing assignments, otherwise known as homework. This is an online class, so you need some technology. You need reliable internet access. I do not believe we have loaner hotspots anymore, which is too bad. But the local library has internet access. By my kids' school, it is funny, all of the parents are actually on the library's Wi-Fi in the park above the library. It's hilarious to watch. The ASC Center at the San Ramon campus has private rooms, which you could reserve, and either do your work in there or watch the Zoom lectures. The Math Hub and the Science Hub at Pleasant Hill also have space where you could sit down and work. You'll probably need headphones to do the lecture. I've not been to the Science Hub, but the Math Hub, there's, I think, 1 large private conference room, so there aren't little cubbies for studying like at San Ramon. Canvas app, this a lot of students use stuff by. I've designed the class to go through with a computer though. Computer, you'll need to do some work on Word, and a lot of students still use their phones for this. I am quite impressed by this. And webcam's microphone access is actually incorrect. So you do not have to have webcams enabled. Now, we have Chrome as a web browser. We have Firefox. We have Safari. I did all of the class with Chrome. I know it works on Chrome. Firefox shouldn't be too bad. Safari, on the other hand, I have had so many students with problems with Safari on tests. The images, just for some reason, don't always appear on Safari. Therefore, please use Chrome for the exams. Software, you have free Word, you can get Acrobat readers, or use Google Docs. So you'll have some assignments where you need to fill it out on Word or on Google Docs, then upload it. So more on class organization. This has an entire sub-page on this orientation module. We have weekly modules. I will explain that on the sub-page. They're accessed by this big blue button that takes you to the current module. Now, there's a smaller yellow square button on the home page that takes you to past ones. If you are using the app, you can go to modules on the left-hand side or on the left-hand side of a web browser as well. I open them on Mondays. I have discussions due on Wednesday and Sunday. There's the Monday and Wednesday lecture. So that is how it is organized. Lectures are synchronous. There's a big giant Zoom link on the front page, so you can just go there. There's also a page for the lectures in the discussions, in the modules, and that will have both the study guide and the lecture note. So it's actually good to go through the module just to get the study guide and the lecture notes. Assignments and discussions, they're posted on Canvas. They are submitted on Canvas. They are all due at 11:59 p.m. The assignments on Sunday night. You could submit that late for half credit for up to a week. Discussions, the primary post is due Wednesday at 11:59. The replies are due Sunday at 11:59. I do not accept late discussion. This makes up for in-class discussions that a face-to-face class would have had. So basically, if you don't do it, you missed that class. So evaluations. Again, there are 3 subpages that explain this. The first 5 lecture exams, you have 60 minutes to do 70 questions. In other online non-majors classes like this, it is 60 minutes to do 100 questions. So I'm giving you more time per question than the other classes. I open it on exam day. Ideally, you're taking it during that period. However, you don't have to. You could start it a little bit later if you ask me questions at the beginning. But there's a time frame you have to take it by. I think I gave you 24 hours. Study guides are on Canvas. They are organized weekly, and you may only miss a lecture if you're on a sports team or in a club event, or have a death in the family or a medical emergency. Discussions, 30% of the grade. These are in-class discussions. So if this was a face-to-face class, we'd be doing this in class and presenting it. Primary post is due Wednesday at 11:59. Replies are due Sunday. I don't accept late discussions. Assignments linked to the lecture. Usually they're assigned after the lecture. You might be able to do some without the lecture. And they are due Sunday at 11:59. You could turn them in a week late. Grades, I do the 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, 70 to 79 is a C, etc. Late work, I explained this above. You need to turn in assignments on time. I went over what the valid excuses were. Read over this. This is how you are successful in class. Engage in lectures, take notes, fill out the study guides as you go. Engage in the discussions. If I drew something out, draw it out. Make flashcards. I hate flashcards, but they're a great way to study for science classes. Come visit me, use the tutoring center. Last semester, this tutor had taken human biology. I do not know about this semester's tutors. Plan your time out. When I taught a non-majors class at a different college, the first assignment we did was set a schedule to do work, eat, relax, exercise, etc. Let's complete the study guide. Check back on Canvas. I've noticed the students that are on Canvas a lot, even in my face-to-face classes, are getting A's. The ones that barely log in do not get A's. And study a little bit every day. This summarizes the student's The ADA, I have this under student resources, which is after the orientation module. It is your responsibility to contact disability support services for extra time on tests, for note taking, and their other resources. Online culture, be present. Even though it's more flexibility than face-to-face class, you need to actually commit that 9 hours of studying and 3 hours of classroom work a week. Be positive and respectful. That falls under netiquette. Do not type in all caps. This hurts my eyes just reading it. Be respectful of other people's opinions. If you disagree with a post, be respectful and objective. Do not do put downs. Reflect on the text before you post. Keep discussions to the scope of the course material. It should be grammatically correct. I'm not going to froth at the mouth for minor grammar errors or even minor spelling errors, but please write full sentences and try to spell words right. And before you respond, read it. Think, do I want to reply to this? Lastly, this is boilerplate academic honesty. Cheating is copying or collaboration on assignments or test material. This includes looking up the answers or sharing answers with each other, tampering, altering or interfering with the evaluation, fabrication, making up things. That includes using chatbot GTP, plagiarism, that it needs to be put in your own words. We'll even have an assignment where you have to put things in your own words. Now, if you copy and paste, that's plagiarism. And assisting, you're not supposed to help other students on tests. For assignments, I'm a little bit more lenient. So, if you have questions, I have 5 hours of office hours a week. And it's a great time to come and ask me questions. Also, I check my email several times a day. If I do not reply, that means my inbox got 100 messages in one day, and I just overlooked yours. And you think I'm exaggerating, I really do get 100 emails a day during the semester. So, important dates. We don't have class these 2 Mondays. It is your responsibility to withdraw from class. If you miss more than 2 class periods, I can do it, but I don't really take attendance, so it's hard for me to know have you stopped the class or not. And this is your rights under FERPA. I'm not allowed to talk to any parents or share your information. And this is our schedule. So, I have managed to cover this in 13 minutes. Again, this is a summary. Please read over the whole thing. Thank you.